Welcome back to Mike Torres Golf with your host, Mike Torres. So, it's been 10 long months. Again, I think you've heard this in every single video. Double labrum tear. I've been out. I haven't been able to demo clubs. It's been driving me nuts. I am now back, and now we're gonna go test the Cobra DarkSpeed. Now, Rick Shiels is hitting this, and for me, being able to go watch the other YouTubers go hit these clubs, and he changed to it. He changed to the Cobra DarkSpeed. I'm very interested. I want to know why the top golf YouTuber changed over to Cobra. And for me, I'm excited because that sleek new black color on that, that club looks sexy. So for me, next time you see me, we're gonna be in the bay, 10 to 12 shots with the max. And that's about it. You're gonna have my final thoughts on that. And we'll go from there. And that's good to be back. And the next time you see me, we'll be in the bay. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Mike Torres Golf with your host, Mike Torres. We're gonna be testing the Cobra DarkSpeed Max today. From looks sexy. It's all black. Got that red bottom. It's almost like kind of mimicking the stealth a little bit with the color combination. Always sneaky good. So I'm interested to see what we're gonna be hitting. Also, we're hitting the 9 Max, 9 degree. And then that's about it. Other than that, stay tuned. Well, that felt good. I didn't even swing at that. Yeah, I didn't even swing at that. That was just, I mean, I'm not happy with the ball speed, but that is forgiving. Oh, that was it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that was, whew. Again, Cobra's always sneaky good. Yep. Let's see, that's forgiving as hell. I got away with that. That felt good. Maybe a little left. Yep, that's kind of expecting exactly where it was. Felt good, a little toey. Right on the line. Yeah, that felt good. Another good shot. Nice arcing shot. Might be a little right, depending on that follow through. Yeah. Again, miss hit. 149 ball speed, still carrying 260. Healy, low, interested on this. Holy crap. Ping may have a competitor. Yep, that was caught. That felt great. Right down the line. Whew. And we're gonna end on that. Okay, so the Cobra DarkSpeed. So I think Ping has a run for its money in forgivability here. Actually, I think all the clubs do. I mishit 4 shots out of the 10 with the DarkSpeed, and I still carried it 260 off a toe and off a heel shot. And it was still playable in the fairway. So I don't know what Cobra's got go over there, what they're cooking, but holy shit, this is really accurate. I think, you know, from a testing perspective, I've tested most of the clubs at this point, but very impressed. We're gonna go back, we're gonna go check out the dispersion, but from a feel, it's funny, because, you know, I've hit all the clubs already now, and the feel, it feels very almost like on a Callaway club, but the forgivability is like Ping. For me, I'm still trying to put my finger on it. I love it. That's the one thing I can say. I love this club. But I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna gather my thoughts and rather go home and actually get you what I'm really thinking before on camera. For me, sometimes I'll lose my wording. I want to give you the exact on this because this club can be special. This tested a lot better than I was expecting. It's always sneaky good, but I don't think this is sneaky anymore. I think this is just a damn good club. So I'm gonna go back, We're gonna go through the results, numbers, dispersion, and that's about it. Other than that, stay tuned. All right, welcome back, and we are going to go over the DarkSpeed numbers now from Cobra. So this tested a lot better than I was expecting. I just wanted to make sure the correlation with the numbers match up. You know, the good thing is I was keeping my club speed between 105, 106. Some of it got to 107, which is, for me, I looked at the ball speed coming off, you know, 154, or 152.9, 153 basically. Smash factor was at 1.45. My club speed average is 105.7. The launch angle is pretty good for me. 14.7. I like it a little. I like it a little lower. If you notice, you know, I have one 2140, 2160, 2230. You go up above, I have one at 3010, but I kept it because it actually, even though it was a higher miss hit, you'll see what I'm talking about in the dispersion. But you know, going through these numbers, the average carry for this as at 262.5, 263 with 285 rollout. For me, that's usually a win when you can get it that high. I had one, it could have been probably like a 112, 113 on height with that, especially when I hit an 82 lower bullet. But in reality, looking at the numbers and knowing the feel of the club, this club tested well. The two that I took out, they were more the ones I was really testing in the bay to really test the forgivability. They were the most left and the most right. I did that, you know, I want to do that for all the clubs to make sure that you can get an honest assessment of the dispersion. I wasn't swinging out of my pants. If you notice, all the club speeds were pretty linear. You know, maybe for a 107 and a 103, kind of just taking that off, but in reality, they still carry well. But the next thing I really want to go to is the actual dispersion rate. And this was just amazing. So shots that I was hitting, I knew I mishit. I mishit the first two out of the gate off the toe. And then I hit a few heely. And if you notice, they're not too, you know, they're within, I would say, what, 6 or 7 of them are within 10 yards of the dispersion line. And then the other 3 were just more draws that I naturally play. See, breaking this down, I am very impressed with the dispersion rate. It was exactly what I thought what it was going to be in the from the bay testing. And you know, for me, when I was hitting it, I noticed it really just wasn't off path too much. So you know, when we come back, we're going to go over what my honest thoughts on this club, who it's good for, if it's and add a bump up from last year. And the good thing about that is that I am going to be testing eventually the DarkSpeed Max versus the Aerojet Max. So I'm not going to go too much into detail. Really, just going to go over the club, the specs, and my overall thoughts. And then that's pretty much. Other than that, when we come back, you get my overall thoughts. Stay tuned. Final thoughts. Cobra DarkSpeed Max. Sexy looking club. Black, sleek. The club itself, I think, is definitely an improvement from my looks perspective. Too flashy. You know, I know Cobra usually puts like different colors, orange. I did like the Aerojet. Thought the Aerojet was a good club too. But from a perspective of just looks and then feel, the DarkSpeed comes off a little different than I was expecting, in a good way. Expecting it to come really hot off the face and a little uncontrollable, but the DarkSpeed itself was very accurate. The numbers are really good. I was around 2350, you know, around the range of where I like to keep my spin. That dispersion rate was probably the best I've had on any club in 2024. I understand why Rick Shiels changed to that club now. For me, it's definitely an improvement. I was hitting it off the toe, and I was still being able to carry it about 255, 260. And even heel hits, the more impressive part was, it was hitting at about 255, but I was on the line. I wouldn't have missed a fairway with any of my shots. The fact that it didn't come off so hot comparatively. But I still want to test this against the Aerojet, because the Aerojet, you know, last year, if you go back to one of my older videos, I was putting that some of the max ball speeds at about 177, 178, because I was injured. So in reality, I just want to see the test of the Aerojet versus the DarkSpeed. I want to see if it comes off as hot as the Aerojet did last year, but very controllable club. That's what I really liked about the DarkSpeed, but that's it. Those are my final thoughts. Other than that, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. What are you doing? I have no idea. We can't be friends. You know how I keep all my videos? I keep it real.